Hi, welcome to the high school awards or end of year awards ceremony. First, we're going to start off with class officer recognition. For the freshman class, treasurer was Brandon Gallegos, president Khalees Gilbert, secretary John Cood, vice president Malia Ybarra. For the sophomore class, their class president was Alex Torres, class treasurer Caden Moreland, class secretary also Caden Moreland. For the senior class, secretary Madison Gonzalez and president Stephen Salazar, treasurer Gabe DeVargas and vice president Matthew Loftaw. Junior class, vice president Azalea Stein, treasurer Joseph Hawkins, secretary Ariana Salazar, and president Shelby Eck. I'd like to thank the class officers and their sponsors for a great year this year, getting together homecoming and winter sports, and they had began planning for Santa Fe Trail Day and other activities in the spring. Honor roll this year, I'm going to go by grade, and I'm going to say the student's name and then the quarters that they met the honor roll qualifications. So first off, for honor roll 9th grade, Rain Alvidrez, first quarter. Colin Arona, third quarter. Malachi Cruz, second quarter. John Cood, first quarter. Shireen DeVargas, 1, 2, and 3, all 3 quarters. Logan, all 3 quarters. Annalise, all 3 quarters. Brandon, third quarter. Aubrey, all 3 quarters. Kaylin, quarters 1 and 2. Alexis, all 3 quarters. Xander, the first quarter. Dayton, all 3 quarters. Jackson, quarters 2 and 3. Nikki Smith, all 3 quarters. Gabe Tapia, quarters 1 and 3. Ibram, 1, 2, and 3. Denton, first quarter. And Malia Ybarra, all 3 quarters. 10th grade, Jessica Pattern, quarter 1. Kaylee Burns, quarters 1 and 3, Shad Chavez, all 3 quarters. Jordan Collins, all 3 quarters. Bianca Fernandez, all 3 quarters. Phoebe Frostel, all 3 quarters. Rihanna Gonzalez, quarters 1 and 3. Alyssa Gonzalez, first quarter. Aaliyah Guerrero, all 3 quarters. Raylyn Herrera, quarters 1. Laura Kriegel, third quarter. Raylyn Landry, all 3 quarters. Bianca Lilly, all 3 quarters. Jamin Lyons, quarters 1 and 2. Danica Mays, all 3 quarters. Ben Nevland, all 3 quarters. Megan Melendez, all 3 quarters. Caden Moreland, all 3 quarters. Roper Nichols, all 3 quarters. Mariah Roybles, all 3 quarters. True Talmadge, first quarter. Alex Torres, all 3 quarters. Sarah Van Fleet, all 3 quarters. Marcus Vigil, all 3 quarters. Michaela Watler, all 3 quarters. Alicia Ybarra, all 3 quarters. And James Zook, all 3 quarters. For 11th grade, Darius Baca, third quarter. Jimmy Boyd, all 3 quarters. Jose De La Rosa Delgado, all 3 quarters. Romeo Duran, third quarter. Monique Duran Mays, quarter 1. Shelby Eck, all 3 quarters. Gail Feist Murphy, quarters 2. Mercedes Garwood, all 3 quarters. Melody Gruber, all 3 quarters. Joseph Hawkins, first quarter. Andrew Huffman, all 3 quarters. Frank Lovato, all quarters 1 and 2. Leah Martinez, all 3 quarters. Shaylee McFarland, all 3 quarters. Justin Miller, first quarter. Casey Miller, all 3 quarters. Caleb O'Connor, all 3 quarters. Michaela Rodriguez, all 3 quarters. Ariana Salazar, quarters 1 and 2. Samuel Sellers, quarters 2 and 3. Azalea Stein, all 3 quarters. Keely Turner, all 3 quarters. Michael Valdez, first quarter. Brooke Vigil, all 3 quarters. Ari Werrick, all 3 quarters. And Colby Wolf, quarters 1 and 3. For the seniors, Darian Baca, all 3 quarters. Emiliano Carrillo, all 3 quarters. Nick Chavez, first quarter. Haley Davidson, all 3 quarters. Gabe DeVargas, all 3 quarters. Maranatha DeVargas, quarters 1 and 2. Danelle Elmore, quarters 1 and 3. Landon England, all 3 quarters. Shakira Gallegos, quarters 1 and 2. Juliana Gonzalez, all 3 quarters. Madison Gonzalez, all 3 quarters. Brianna Hernandez, quarters 1 and 2. Liliana Hernandez, all 3 quarters. Matthew Lofdahl, all 3 quarters. Tomas Lopez, 3rd quarter. Aliana Magana, all 3 quarters. Cutter Nichols, all 3 quarters. Miles Rader, all 3 quarters. Steven Salazar, all 3 quarters. Makai Stein, all 3 quarters. Anna Talmadge, 1st quarter. Diego Trujillo, all 3 quarters. And Jordan Witt, quarters 2 and 3. Nice job on the, and congratulations to the honor roll recipients. Next, I will have awards, or perfect attendance, perfect attendance. We have one student in the high school who had perfect attendance 1st semester and 2nd semester, and that student is Shelby Eck. Next, we'll do our awards that are given by the teachers. The teachers get to choose the awards that they give out and name them themselves. So the first teacher that I'm going to go give their award for is for the tech class with Mr. Ryer, and his award goes to top tech student is Steven Salazar Jr. Mr. Armstrong gives out several awards. He teaches English 2, 3, 4, and also an AP English and a college English. His English 2 award goes to Mariah Roybles. English 3 goes to Michaela Rodriguez. English 4 goes to Danelle Elmore. Best overall English student goes to Leah Martinez. And best growth in the AP class goes to Keely Turner. Miss Vaughn also teaches English. She teaches English 1, and then she also teaches drama and choir and also junior high performing arts. For high school, English 1, top student goes to Logan England. Best creative writing goes to Mariah Roybles and Michaela Rodriguez. Advisory, the Phoenix Award and the most growth or overall Hector goes to Cooper Elam. Drama, top actor goes to James Zook and Michaela Watler. Top stage crew goes to Melody Gruber and Adrian Perez. Best on-the-spot thinker goes to Caden Mays and Mariah Roybles. And the senior award goes to Leah Martinez and Jamie Baturin. Choir awards. Best growth goes to Romeo Duran, and the Hector award goes to Raylyn Landry. Outstanding commitment goes to Jamie Baturin and Anna Talmadge. High School Knowledge Bowl. Participants in High School Knowledge Bowl this year were Raylyn Herrera, Melody Gruber, Adrian Perez, Sebastian Dean, James Zook, Phoebe Frosto, Michaela Rodriguez, Michaela Neal, and Malia Jimenez. Top scorers for the Knowledge Bowl team this year go to Marcus Vigil, Steven Salazar, Gabe DeVargas, James Zook, Nick Chavez, Landon England, and Michaela Watler. Senior recognition for Knowledge Bowl goes to Steven Salazar, Nick Chavez, Landon England, and Gabe DeVargas. Spirit of Hector Award for Knowledge Bowl goes to Jimmy Boyd, and the best team player goes to Steven Salazar Jr. Student recognition, which is voted on by the students, goes to Gabe DeVargas. Congratulations. Ms. Cook gives out an award per class. She teaches World History, U.S. History, and Government. World History Award goes to Laker Landry. U.S. History Award goes to Michaela Rodriguez. Government Award goes to Steven Salazar Jr. Most Awesome TA goes to Shelby Eck. And Hector of the Year goes to Matthew Lofdahl. Miss Stewart teaches high school math. She has pre-algebra Geometry, Algebra 2. She chose to do her awards via the acronym of Hector, so her Honest Award goes to Brian Aguilar. Her Excellence Award goes to Melody Gruber. Her Coachable Award goes to Mariah Roybles. Her Tolerant Award goes to Phoebe Frosto. Her Optimistic Award goes to True Talmadge. And her Respectful Award goes to Shad Chavez. I would like to congratulate everyone on their awards that they received. They will be mailed out to you at the end of the year when we get all of the awards put together in an envelope. You will get an envelope in the mail with all of the awards for the end of the year, athletic banquet, and also the end of the year for the celebration assembly. Thanks. Oh, I was trying to get down and go stop.
Oh, sorry. I was like, oh, I'll just cut that off. I was like, go ahead.